Hello students, welcome. Today we are going to study the second chapter of Beehive class 9. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music. Now this is a weird name, The Sound of Music, and whether it's really related to music, let us find out, or whether it's related to people who have done exceptional talent, who have shown exceptional talent in the field of music. Let us see. The part one of the story is all about Evelyn Glennie. She is a woman who can listen to sound without hearing it. She is a woman who is deaf, and she can play drums and other percussion instruments, and she cannot hear it. She can feel sound. So let us see one of the comments given by a very famous percussionist. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. This is why she expresses music so beautifully. Let us see what it is. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. So there was a girl of 17 years age, and she could feel the vibration of her train coming on the platform. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. So she was going to Royal Academy of Music in London, and this was the first day she was going there, and she was so let us see that she was going to Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough means brave enough, or she was very much scared that as a teenager and from Scottish farms, she's from Scotland, she was going there. Now, but this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So other people might be having challenges going to Royal Music Academy or any kind of music academy for learning music, but this girl was having more greater challenge because she was totally deaf. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teacher, but by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress requested her parents to take her to a specialist. So her mother says that when she was 8 years old, she was waiting to play the piano. When the mother called her name, she did not respond, she did not give any reply, as if that she did not listen to her. What happened then? That she tried to hide her deafness. She tried to hide this problem from her friends and teachers for a long time. But when she was 11 years old, she started to get very poor marks. So her principal told her parents that she should be shown to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. So the specialist advised that she should be given a hearing instrument, or she should be sent to a school where all the deaf students learn. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. So for Evelyn, everything became totally blank. She felt very upset. Sorry, this was not responding. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was very much determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but her percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. So one of her percussionist who plays drums or tabla, he noticed that he is having potential. So what did he do? He began to tune 2 large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. So the teacher has told that don't listen to your ears, try to sense the music through different parts of your body. So Evelyn realized that I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. From the upper body she could feel the higher drum noise, and From the lower part of the body, she could feel the lower music from the drum. So Forbes repeated this exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my different parts of body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibration. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. So she totally understood how can she understand music from the vibrations of the musical instrument. And once she understood, she thought that she is going to shake the world with this power. And then by hard work and determination, she got huge amount of success. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performance. So she got lots of awards, and she also got the highest marks in the Royal Academy of Music. And then she used to play music drums in orchestra initially, but now she was playing so well that she became a solo performance. At the end of her 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. She gives us motivation that if we know our target and we try to achieve it, we will surely achieve it. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. So now she is becoming the most talented percussionist, one of the most sought after. Means people really want to hear music, and she has learnt mastery over thousands of instruments, and she is having a very busy schedule of performances all the worldwide. It is very interesting to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. So in 2 hours of interview, she could read the lips of the interviewer, and she could say everything. She did not miss a single word. Now Evelyn was saying that people who are having bushy beard, I have problem in understanding their words because I don't want to see only the lips. I read the whole lips, the whole face, and the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. She is having an accent of Scotland. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. So she can speak fluently because she was able to hear in her childhood, and later on she became deaf. But after becoming deaf, she learned fully French, and she also got mastery over basic Japanese. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick in her fingertips. So whenever she is playing the xylophone, she can feel the vibration going into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. So she can feel all the vibrations coming into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience. In 1991, she was presented with Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. She got a very famous award. Says master percussionist James Blade, the same thought. God may have given her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we can hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I've just got to work, often harder than a classic musician. But the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. So she has got lots of awards. She is totally workaholic person. She all the time likes to work only. And she also does free concert in jails and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. So Anne Richlin is one of the person who runs the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, And interestingly, Beethoven had also become deaf after a while. He was also a very famous musician, and now that person is saying that Evelyn Glennie has become a very shining inspiration for deaf children. They say that there is nowhere that she cannot go. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Her age right now, I think so, is 54 years of age. Maybe I'm not sure. You may check on the internet. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. People who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. So she has really done extreme heights she has attained. What say? She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra. Percussion instruments were always behind in an orchestra, but she has brought to the front stage, and now she has inspired lots of people who are handicapped. And people who are handicapped, they say also that if Evelyn Glennie can do this, I can also. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So this interview or this documentary was written by Deborah Cowley. Okay, I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, you may write in the comments. I'll let you know.